Hello, welcome to season 2 of the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Oh my goodness, we are in 2026 and I have never been more ready for this year. Oh my gosh, the year of the fire horse. Well, welcome before we get too far ahead. Welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast, a sacred space created for awesome souls who have spent years caring, giving, leading, and holding it all together, and are now feeling the quiet call to return to themselves. However, that call may be just getting a little louder this year. I'm Justina. I'm a Reiki master teacher, healer, nurse for over 20 years, transformational speaker, retreat leader, workshop leader, and this podcast is an invitation to you to allow your inner soul to slow down, soften, receive, and remember who you are beneath those roles and responsibilities and expectations that you've been carrying, but also to ignite the fire within you, to remind you how awesome you are. I'm so happy you're here. So here we talk about real healing, not the bypassing kind, but the kind that meets you exactly where you are. We explore energy, spirituality, emotional release, nervous system regulation, divine support, and what it truly means to live in alignment with your soul while navigating this crazy real life, right? So you'll hear heartfelt conversations, intuitive teachings, gentle practices, and soul-led interviews. They're all designed to help you clear energetic blocks, reconnect with your inner wisdom, and reclaim your vitality without guilt or burnout. Right? Like we are done. We are done messing around. I am so fired up about this year of 2026 and I cannot wait to hang with you this year. So thank you so much for being here. This is the place where you don't have to have it all figured out, but it is the place where your strength is remembered, your light is reawakened. And if this resonates with you, I would love for you to follow the show. Please leave a review. It helps the message reach so many more individuals that need it at this time. You can also visit my website at angelreikijourney.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter to receive soulful updates, upcoming offers, gentle reminders that you are never alone in this path. Come connect with me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey and join the conversation, or you can find me on LinkedIn where I share reflections, teachings, and ways to bring this work into your life and leadership. You weren't ever meant to do this alone. You belong here. And I'm so glad you are here. So take a breath and welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast. Hey guys, welcome back. We are, we're in somewhere around the third week of February when I'm recording this. And the energy has amplified. The gas pedal has been stepped on and things are going so fast. I can imagine there are moments where you're maybe freaking out a little bit. It's coming in so fast that it's hard for our physical bodies to calibrate to it, right? And if you're new to, let me rephrase that. If you are just now remembering who you are, which in other terms may be having a spiritual awakening, it's probably happening pretty aggressively. Unfortunately, a lot of spiritual awakenings don't just very sweetly and daintily pop in, but the energy right now is unique to what I've experienced. Reiki really blew things open 20 plus years ago, but I've always kind of had different, things going on. I would get vibes and stuff when I was little. I would know right away, like who I wanted to be around and who I didn't, or who I shouldn't. That didn't always inform me to make the best decisions in regards to that, but there was an inner knowing that I tried multiple times to brush off, and I was pretty successful at it in a lot of situations. But even with being in the quote spiritual realm, I guess you can say, for the last 20 plus years, I have felt the insanity of the intensity of this fire horse energy, which I had posted on Instagram a couple days ago. I was like, man, I was so excited for it coming. Like, I was prepared, like, buckle up, like, well, I thought I was. And then it came in and I was like, oh shit. Like, I don't know if y'all have been to a Six Flags, but the one nearest us has a ride called Mr. Freeze. And you sit on it and, like, no, I don't even remember. I think you go either forward really fast, like 0 to 100 miles an hour in like 5 seconds or something, or you go back really fast, 0 to 100 miles an hour. Anyway, regardless, that's what it reminded me of. I mean, so fast. I don't know that I've ever gotten this many downloads, uploads, upgrades, activations, and everything in such a short amount of time. And it is continuing. So what that can feel like, if you aren't used to at least some of it, is very frightening. It can be very scary because you don't quite understand what's happening to you. Like, you can feel just overwhelming anxiety. That can be one of the signs. Or you can just be, feel like you're losing your freaking mind. Like, what is going on? Where are all these thoughts coming from? I'm distracted. I'm not present. I can't get my shit together. What is happening? And it's a lot. There is still the part of me that is so excited about this because it gives me hope that there will be a time where, no matter where you are, you can sit and have a conversation about spirituality type stuff in reference to, like, hey, Susie's sister that passed away 8 years ago is standing right next to her right now. And she's talking about how she really doesn't like that red shirt that her sister Susie bought. And, like, it really looks tacky and she should get a different red shirt, you know? And we can talk about things like that, just like we can talk about the weather. Like, that is my dream. And I feel like I'm finally getting better at that. I was talking with Spirit this morning and kind of reflecting. Oh gosh, they're going to make me get emotional. Just on this journey of life, right? I'm in my mid-40s and it truly feels like I've lived multiple different lifetimes just in this one life. Like, I know I've lived multiple different lifetimes, but, like, it feels like just in this one that I've lived so many freaking lifetimes. Like, my childhood seems so far away, almost in like a different land, and at times hard to connect to or resonate with in certain ways. And I was reflecting on all of the years of muzzling myself, of really, if energy showed up in physical form, well, it does, but that's a whole nother chapter. But if it showed up, it would look like I had a concrete muzzle placed on my mouth. Well, and my throat, really. Like, it was this filter that I felt slap into my face repeatedly, and sometimes just never even leave my face long enough to have a thought, an authentic thought, because I would forever be trying to filter myself on who I was around and, you know, feel like something started to come out and be like, oh my gosh, Mother Mary was just next to you. That was so beautiful. And just so concerned with this underlying fear that somehow I will offend someone or upset them or make them uncomfortable, right? That I will make them uncomfortable, that their Uncle Joe that they were close to is hanging out with them right now, and that they'll think I'm fucking crazy. And the older I get, I mean, I think that definitely has something to do with age, but it also has something to do with how long, you know, you're in this kind of thing. there's such a bigger part of me now that's like, well, if you think I'm fucking crazy, think it. I mean, okay. In all reality, like, okay, people think things of me all of the time, and okay. And I mean, what is that going to do to me? I don't know where all of the fear has always come from. Well, I mean, okay. Yes, I do know in some instances, I've heard people talk about people like me before. I remember being in my 20s and there was, I was at like a grocery store or something, and I heard these two ladies talking, and I was just like getting freaking tomato sauce off the shelf, but they're just like going back and forth extremely loud. And I'm like, okay, and the one is like, oh yeah, well, we used to be friends, but she's fucking crazy now. She talks about like dead people and like, really? Oh, okay. Like you saw some dead person next to me. Okay. And I'm like, well, you probably ran the dead person off. That was anyway, that was the ego in me talking. Another thing, my voice keeps going out a lot. Like I'm not sick. I really feel like it has something to do with all of these downloads and stuff going on, because I had a insanely loud sound that I can't fully describe that came through my left ear for like, goodness, probably 3 hours the other day. It was so loud that, I mean, like I was looking around trying to figure out where the sound was coming from initially. I put my hand over my ear, like nothing was making it any better. And then shortly after, I started with my voice going in and out. So I'm drinking fluids and I'm listening to spirit and I'm taking rest periods and stuff like that and letting my body catch up with everything that's going on. But I just, I think about the moments like that where I heard people talk about other people and how they just cut them off. And I do better with that now because I know how much support that I have and that everyone has in the spirit realm. So I know without a doubt that nobody's ever alone, like truly alone. They're not. Even if you feel like you are, and that doesn't mean you can't feel lonely, because I have moments where I feel lonely, especially in this healer role, or this role where I got freaking trees talking to me and past loved ones and beings from another dimension and all of these things that I haven't totally went into with everyone yet. So I guess that's where some of the fear has come from, that someone will just cut me off, someone that I truly care about, or someone that I have invested time in. And I think that is probably more so where it came from, because I was like, wow, like the girl literally said, like, we've been friends forever. And these were two women like in their 50s talking. So when I hear someone say that, I would assume at least 20 years or something. And she just cut her off. And I know, like, there's so many different perspectives people are coming from, and you see people through your wounds, and you see people sometimes through your own past life wounds. But I don't know. There's so many things I feel like. Anyway, I'm not even going to go down that road. The point is, that's probably part of the fear. The other part of the fear is things that I picked up in the Bible when I went to the Catholic Church and was brought up in the Catholic Church. And I say the Bible, but to be honest, I think the only things I remember getting out of the Bible itself was the prayers, like the Apostles' Creed and, Our Father and different things like that. Overall, it was the book that is in the back of the pew that you grabbed in front of you, and you followed that for the date and whatever excerpt was in there. I don't remember opening the Bible itself that much growing up Catholic, but I remember gathering, whether it was from the surroundings, from the other people in the church, or maybe I just got it in my own head, but being scared to death that I would be labeled as, the fortune teller that tells lies, and then I would be shunned from God somehow, and all of these things. But thank God I have had those interactions with Jesus. Thank God I have had a conversation with Jesus where he told me, I didn't give you these gifts for you to hide them. And thank God Spirit reminds me of that conversation, because I know why so many of us are here right now, especially so many of us that work with Spirit, because we are so needed right now. People need light. They need to know in this world of duality that when they feel like it's all going dark, that they have light, they have access to light, and that they're not alone in the process. And really, we are so freaking blessed to be able to provide that to someone. So the moral of the story is, I'm trying, maybe in the weirdest way possible, but I'm trying desperately to let you know that you're not batshit crazy, that you're not losing it, that there is a lot going on right now. And in the midst of this lot going on right now, there's a lot of people coming online, a lot of people tuning in to new frequencies that they're maybe not used to. So I just want to remind you, while sometimes some of the things in the spiritual community may be old news for certain people, I just want to remind you to remember those days when you were first getting awakened, those days where you were first, well, in my case, a bit freaked out, like, what the fuck is happening to me? I'm losing it. Like, I'm going to have to be like locked up in a psych ward. I'm going to have medication. I'm going to have like, I don't know, electrical therapy. Like, all of these crazy things. But then time and time again, Spirit shows me through my conversations, when I have the moments of feeling brave enough to speak authentically. And I'm not talking about just in my sessions, because obviously in my sessions, if you're coming to me as a client, then of course I'm going to feel 100% comfortable to tell you everything that comes through, as long as you want to hear it. Like, I'll ask you, do you want to know everything? But I mean authentically when I'm walking through the grocery store, or I'm walking through a Walmart, or I'm walking through whatever, and Spirit is like, hey, that lady down there, the one right there with the blue shoes, hey, she really needs a compliment. Like, right now, she really needs a pick-me-up. I need you to do that. And I'm like, okay, that kind of thing I can do. That's totally easy, right? Because that doesn't give me any vulnerability. But what Spirit then does is somehow we end up being the only people in the aisle. And then after I've complimented, and after she has exhaled, or he or whoever, then Spirit is like, hey, let her know, Archangel Michael's standing right next to her. Let her know that her son Tommy is right there with her. He's never left her. Let her know that Tommy is so grateful for the kind of parent that she was. That Tommy loves how she keeps his blue blanket on her bed at night. And then when I have the courage to relay that without getting in my own ego and my concern and my worry of, what if she thinks I'm crazy? Or what if I interrupt her? What if I'm infringing? So I do typically ask, is it okay if I, I feel like I'm sort of getting a spiritual message for you. Is it okay if I share that with you? If it's not, that's okay too. But when I do, when it actually comes out of my mouth, when the permission on all sides is there, when she then starts to cry, and I see right in front of my eyes years of fear that he wasn't okay somehow, that he didn't make it to a safe place somehow, start to leave her energy body, and her light starts to turn back on. Man, there is nothing more beautiful than watching someone heal right in front of you. So if you get to be a vessel for spirit, it's such an honor and such a blessing to be able to do that. And I'm here to tell you, I got your back. Even if they think you're batshit crazy, which there will be someone that will think you're batshit crazy. And I do want to tell you that sometimes there's conversations that come up and you say, I got a spiritual message for you. And I want to tell you, and are you okay with that? And they tell you that it's okay to do that, right? And you do, and you're like, there's a male, he's about this age, blah, blah, blah. Or there's an angel that's with you. I'm not sure who this, I'm not familiar with this angel, but they're telling me their name is blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh no, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't recognize. Thank you anyway. Have a good day. Bye. I want you to be confident in the fact that you did what you were supposed to do. And they may truly feel like that doesn't resonate at that moment. And they may not have any idea what the hell you're talking about. And it may all click in 2 weeks. Or another thing that's happened to me before is someone said that, and I ended up giving them one of my cards, which I don't do that very often. If I give you a message, like I'm just like, okay, I did my thing, spirit, bye. And but I gave her one of my cards, and she emailed me. Gosh, it was probably like 3 months later, and said, I was really mad at that person that message was from when they died. I was really, really mad at them. So I didn't want to accept the message that you gave me when you gave it to me. But I am so grateful now that you did, because I've spent a lot of time praying, a lot of tears crying, and I found out a lot more information that led me to understand the circumstances surrounding the situation. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me that day. And it's things like that when they happen, Spirit just taps me on the shoulder and is like, see, it's okay. Because I still have those moments. Like, you guys, we're still freaking human right now, so far. Kind of, right? And it's really easy to get in your head about things. It really is. I don't know. I think if your intention is pure and your heart is truly in it to provide hope and help to people, try not to let your own crap get in the way. Can I also just say, living in this 3D world right now with this fire horse energy is especially irritating in a lot of different instances too, because there's so much going on. Things are moving so fast. Messages are coming in, feelings are coming in, energies are coming in, codes are coming in, colors are coming in. And again, like, the year of the snake was all about shedding, right? So if you've got any crap left you need to get rid of, you need to be on it with telling yourself it's okay to release what no longer serves me. I give permission to release what no longer serves me now. I give permission to release what no longer serves me now. But even with all of that, there are a lot of moments I'm finding myself in here lately, and I'm going to spirit for help because I'm like, I don't want to do this 3D shit. Like, I don't want to have to worry about doing the dishes. I don't want to have to worry about doing laundry, quite frankly. And I don't think my kids should have to worry about doing homework. No, I will not tell my kids that. Do not tell my kids I just said that. But you know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't want to have to worry about paying the water bill. I don't want to, I want to do what I want to do, and I want to bring hope to people, and I want to raise the vibration of this planet, and I want to light this thing up. I want there to be so much love pouring out and in of so many people at one time that we will not know what to do with ourselves. And Spirit is like, okay. It's coming. But so much of it is already here, right? Because that's why all these different light switches are turning on. All of these different frequencies are being activated. And all of these different people are looking for a place to go, a place of safety, to know that there's other people that are also, quote, losing their shit, unquote, right? That they're not alone in this process. I love community. And I know I say that every time. But I'm so excited to do more and more retreats. I freaking love traveling, first of all. Second of all, I love helping people remember who they are. Going back in there and then connecting and then being like, oh shit, I am a badass woman. Like, dang. That is the coolest freaking thing in the world to watch. There is so much power that lives within each one of you, and there are so many gifts, and only you have the version that was designated for you. That's why it's so incredible. There's never too many healers. There's never too many light workers. There really isn't. And if you're getting yourself caught up in a comparison game, you need to check yourself. Because if you're keeping your intention pure and you're asking Spirit to guide you and to guide the women that will resonate with you the most to you, then there is no reason to be up in panties in a wad with comparison. Comparison is a tactic that gets you distracted. We don't have time for any more distraction. We are okay to be us. You are okay to be you, to be the real you, to speak what really is on your heart, to speak about Susie's sister that passed away 5 years ago, that's given you a message for her. Or when you sense angels next to you, you're not crazy. Or when you sense a guide next to you, or you simply sense an energy next to you, you're not crazy. What's so cool about this is that there's so many scientists now that are being able to prove so much in relation to energy that it's, oh my gosh, it's so freaking exciting. I am so glad, and it's going to be so helpful for all those intellectual people to understand us a little better. It's incredible. So I think I mentioned it before, but my word for 2026 is unbound. And when I really sat with that earlier today, I could feel that concrete muzzle that used to be so securely on my face, on my mouth and my throat specifically, having just a few pieces left, barely hanging on. And I could feel the fire starting to come out of my chest. And I could feel the fire horse energy within me igniting. This is the year of being unbound. Let your woo-woo out. Let the crazy you out. Let the one that talks to the star people, the one that talks to the aliens, the one that talks to the trees, the one that talks to the birds. Let it out. We're being called. We're being called to step forth, to step up. You guys, I think it's incredible how so many people in the state of Minnesota have stood strong. I think it is the most beautiful thing I have witnessed in a long time, because it's important to stand up for what is not right. It's important to let people know when something is inhumane. It's also important to realize that there are forces that we work with on a daily basis or come in contact with that are not similar to the forces that we bring to the table. Because we do live in this world of duality. So I'm encouraging you to pray. Pray doesn't have to be fancy. Pray doesn't have to be just as Jesus. It doesn't have to be to Buddha. It doesn't have to be. Pray to whoever the higher being is that you connect to, whether that be nature, Mother God, wherever that is. Or simply pray and you don't have to pray. Set intention. Look at it like that if that feels right. But set intention for love and peace to grow within you and all around you. And send love and peace to all the humans in this world, to all the land, to all the hearts, to all the nature, because we need it right now. We need it so much. Thank you for doing that. I am sending each and every one of you, whether you listen to this now, whether you listen to it 8 years from now, it is my intention that you, right this very minute, feel the love and the hugs and the peace and the encouragement and the strength and the reminder of how incredible you are being sent right to you right now. And so it is. Namaste. I love you all. Until next time, have a great week. Hi, before you go, hey, I just want to say thank you again. I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for sharing this space with me today. And I hope that you can feel the sense of community. Every time you listen to one of these episodes, you're in community with not only me, but everybody else that's listening to you. And in that beautiful frequency that's created, we get to have our hearts infused with the love and peace and the hope that we have for each other. So thank you so much for that. So as you move back into your day, I invite you to take a moment, just soften your shoulders, breathe into your heart, and notice what shifted for you in this conversation. How do you feel? I hope amazing. And if this episode resonated, please follow the Sacred Soul Sisters podcast take a minute to leave a review. Your words help this healing ripple reach other beautiful souls who are quietly longing for support, remembrance, and community. And stay connected. You can visit my website, angelreikijourney.com. You can book an Angel Reiki session there. You can see some of the other events that we have going on. And if you scroll to the bottom, sign up for the newsletter where I share soulful reflections, upcoming offers, and gentle invitations to reconnect with yourself. You can also find me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey for inspiration. Connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm over there too. And remember, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to carry all this alone. You are deeply supported. You are divinely guided, and you are worthy of ease and joy and magnetizing moments in your life. And I'm so excited for that. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful heart and know that it's okay to choose yourself. It's okay to offer self-love to yourself, and it's okay to receive the love and abundance this universe wants to give you. So I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.